Avantgarde. Say hello, Chris Avantgarde, to the world. Come on.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, there you are, so modest. We were just literally talking albums. And I'm talking about, obviously, John Summit's playing now. And are you interested to hear his album?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah?
Big fan, and I've released on his label, obviously, so I haven't had the time to listen to his full album just yet, but I've heard the singles, obviously, and they're smashing it, so...
So, in that, let's just go straight into this. We will get to the hellos in a moment.
Sure.
With an artist album like that...
Yeah.
Is that something that's, I don't believe, is it going to happen? It's just surely a matter of time.
It's funny you mention it, because I am working on one. Yeah.
And that is you solely, or are you inviting other people to help you on that?
I'm inviting writers, obviously, for the vocals.
Yep.
I might collaborate on a few songs, but first and foremost, it's just me, and see what happens. And if I feel like I need someone on a song, or if I feel like I have someone I really respect who I'd love to work with and ask them to work with me, that would be amazing, you know? So we'll see where it goes.
Good. So, hello and welcome.
Thank you.
Now we get into it, all right? We've just done all that. Freedom Stage, should we start there?
Yes.
All right. I've not seen you personally, but I've seen you everywhere else because you've been scattered across the internet. What's that feel like?
Which one? The scattered around the internet or playing the Freedom Stage?
Well, okay, playing on the Freedom Stage first.
Yeah, that was incredible. It was a really good set. It was also like my first time on a live stream properly. We did live streams with my label back in the day, but for a much smaller audience, obviously. So it was an honor to be able to do that. And I think it went really well. The crowd response was amazing. The viewing numbers apparently were amazing, I heard. So very happy there.
There were some speakers blown.
Were they?
In some houses somewhere, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah, amazing.
Turn it up. Okay, and because of that, the reaction online went crazy as well.
Yes.
So you can't avoid that, or can you? I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I don't think you can. If people connect with something and something's doing well, I think you get the positive feedback, and that was the case in this case. But also, just like the power of Tomorrowland was really evident there, because I went on my Instagram afterwards and I scrolled through the message request. I could not find the end of mentions. So it was mad, yeah.
And that was part of the Afterlife family.
Exactly, yeah.
A quick word on Anyma, because I know it's not necessarily, obviously, good friends, but that whole thing at the end of the year, I mean, have you got any flights booked to Vegas at the end of the year?
I can neither confirm nor deny. Let's leave it there.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I am not, for the people only listening, I'm nodding.
All right, it's like that. There's a scene in the film where you could say, yeah, there's 1 in 1 million. Well, there's a chance.
There is a chance.
Okay. Are you does that excite you, that whole thing?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a historical event, right? So it's the first proper electronic event at the Sphere in Vegas, and I think it's going to be an amazing show. 6 dates, 100,000 tickets sold within minutes, so I think it's a statement to where the sound is at the moment and what they and we have built. So it's amazing, yeah.
What would it feel like? What do you imagine it would feel like to play there?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it's going to be amazing. I would even think that from the crowd it's going to be even more impressive, because you get to see the actual Sphere screen, whereas we're going to be facing the crowd, right? So,
all right. Yeah. So thank you very much. That was then. This is now.
Yeah.
Now we're in drum code. Now it's like different territory.
Yes.
Or are we?
Well, the worlds are merging more and more, aren't they? Not just Afterlife drum code, but then I think genres are sort of, luckily, a thing of the past in that sense. And I feel like that's where the fun lies, right? That's where the most creativity is. That's where you can take inspiration from different genres, from different cultures, and just do your own thing with it. And I think that's happening, and I feel like I've been doing that, and that's the reason probably why I'm playing both Afterlife and drum code events, where I play slower and faster, and I like to switch around a bit, you know?
I'm going to tell you something you won't know about.
Right.
This time last week, I caught up with Joel Corey.
Yeah.
You aware of Joel Corey?
Absolutely.
The hitmaker, right? So I gave him 3 choices. I said, because he likes to say he's a raver.
Yeah.
So I gave him 3 choices. You were one of the choices, and he said he wanted to come and see you because he plays your songs.
Amazing.
All right. And I know that you love a collaboration, and you're nothing's off limits. I think that's right.
So you're giving me 3 choices now?
No, you would go and see Joel Corey. I'm saying is, would your worlds collide ever? Or are you, and I don't expect, I'm not putting you on the spot.
No, I mean, I have this attitude of never saying never to anything. In the end of the day, I don't massively care who the artist or what the project is about. If I love that particular song and it speaks to me and I feel like I can give something to it that it's missing, or that where I deliver value to the project, then absolutely, you know, it's obviously I have to like it. So that's the factor, I feel.
Isn't that also part of what Tomorrowland does? It makes you reach new people that would never necessarily...
Absolutely, yeah, for sure. I had so many people in my DMs after the first set saying, oh, this is my first time ever seeing you. I'm a new fan. So this is obviously the value this delivers. It's amazing for people to come and find new music, maybe even listen to a genre they've not been exposed to before, hearing songs and just going to a party that they've not been to before. So I feel like that's the beautiful thing about festivals in general.
It's going to go crazy then today because you're doing the Freedom stage and you're doing the Atmosphere stage. Yeah. Do you have any interest in playing on the main stage?
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like, but those sort of things, they happen when the time is right. It was funny, backstage earlier we were talking about even me being here now, it feels like you've sort of grown into it by being in the industry for long enough, by having like earned your way there and like having worked through the different levels of where you are. And I feel like I was the same when I was younger, like 10 years ago. I felt entitled to want something that I probably wasn't entitled to having at that time. And I feel like it's a young people's fallacy, right? Like everyone has that, they have egos. So, but the more you learn, the longer you work and the harder you work. I feel like at some point you sort of know, okay, this feels real now. There's no imposter syndrome anymore. There's like, okay, I've kind of earned my way there. In a humble way, obviously. It's not a case of saying I deserve to be here, but deserving of seeing the payoff of your hard work. That's what I'm trying to say.
I totally get it, because you lose that fear, don't you? You know that ego.
You get nervous.
Is gone.
I'm nervous now, obviously.
Are you?
Yeah,
That's really interesting. Yeah. So is that nervousness or is it excitement?
More excitement for sure, yeah.
Okay, so it's like you're about to go on a roller coaster. You're not about, that's exciting.
No. It's excitement for sure.
I love that. Okay, let's quickly do quick rapid fire because there's so much stuff that we need to talk about.
Sure.
Fred again, Leave Me Alone.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
We have sent the remix to their team. They love it, but they have a different release schedule and plan, because I feel like with his project it's probably a case of a lot of things being planned in advance. He put the acapella up on his Instagram. I downloaded it, I made the remix. Our teams know each other quite well, so the communication was pretty instant. I don't think it's going to be released officially, but I might put it out for the fans pretty soon. So it's going to be out there.
He's got a new album coming out as well.
He does, which is precisely the reason why. Why would they now promote a remix of the old album when they are already in new album mode, so...
You're not on the new album then?
No, I am not.
Just checking. Swedish House Mafia discussed.
What about them?
Oh! I've got a stitch there. All right, they're on the main stage.
Yes.
Are you a fan?
Absolutely. I mean, I released on Steve's label. The Swedes were one of the main reasons why I got into this industry. And it's a long history between their sound and my sound. And it's funny because I would say around 2011, 2012, the progressive house sound, before it developed into the American EDM influence, sort of was at the same spot where melodic techno is now. Mm-hmm. There's similarities for sure in arrangement, in drama, in where the music is going in general. So I sort of feel like I'm picking up where I left off, which is quite nice. So yes, absolutely, massive fan. I really enjoyed their throwback all hit sets on the main stage as well. It was great to see. I watched it live on YouTube. So
it's happening live tonight as well. It's exciting.
Is it? Oh, amazing. Yeah.
I would love to keep you, but I'm also conscious we've spoken for a while and there's many more questions. So I'm just going to go and speak, and I'll share with you what I find out in moments as we go to the library stage with Mr. Belton Wessel.